Hello, good morning and welcome to this week's coffee vlog. It's now Friday the 2nd of February 2018. It's morning because we can see without the use of the headlights, and I've actually just to say dropped the boy off at school and then had to dash home again because Captain Calamity here was taking some footage off the dash cam last night and left it in the house. So I was getting to the boys' school to drop him off, and I sort of looked and I'm missing something integral to the vlog here. It's the dash cam. I've not brought it, so I had to go back home and grab that. So now we are doing, yes, another delivery on the way in to work. So what we're doing, we're heading up here, and then going to go along to the soap factory. Would you believe? But yeah, I don't think it's a soap factory. I mean, it's a very small soap factory because it seems to be a building in a sort of terrace street, terraced houses. So it's a bit odd. It does definitely smell of soap when you go in there, but I don't know if they make it or if they just buy it and resell it or what happens there. But I get the impression it's quite an established business, whatever. So we'll see. So I'm going to go there, drop off a box of coffee, and then we're heading on into work after that. So just get this junction out of the way because it's a particularly tricky one. Not great visibility, and they come like rockets up and down here. Yeah, should be good. It's a bit sunny. That's a refreshing change. Move my head back a bit. Do I look alright now? Oh my goodness, that's terrible. Oh, extreme brightness. So yeah, what's been happening? Last weekend was a pretty busy weekend for me. Saturday was just doing stuff around the house like normal. Oh, that's a bit better. And then Sunday we took a trip down to Stoke-on-Trent to see my granddad. I haven't been to see him for ages. I was going to catch up with him at Christmas, but he wasn't very well. So and he just didn't really want people visiting because he wasn't feeling so great. So so it was a bit better then. So we went down, took a trip down and spent a few hours just visiting. Have a chat with him and let him see the boys and whatever else. So that was good. It was a good Sunday. Long drive, of course, which is a bit tiring, but on the whole, yeah, that went okay. Work wise, it's been busy again. Just picking up now. Oh, looks like this lady go. It's getting busier again, and we've got a lot on. We need to sort some stuff out around here and then down here. Now you've got to be very careful because the soap factory is exactly Mitchell's wool fat soap thingy. I'm parking the permit holders next to the Scooby-Doo attached to the van. Very nice. So, right, I'm going to nip in and drop this coffee off, and then when I come out, it will be time to do Mr. Nellis's words of wisdom. Looking at Scooby-Doo might be quite good, wouldn't it? Right, catch you in a minute. Okay, I'm back. I've decided bravely that I quite like my wing mirror on the car. So I'm going to move and do Mr. Nellis's words of wisdom somewhere else. It's a bit tight on that bit, and they're whizzing past some of the big vehicles especially. We're getting a bit close for comfort to my wing mirror, and I don't really fancy losing it. So now it's a bit of a quandary here, I think. Do you know, I think we'll go Stump Crossway for a change. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? You'll enjoy that. Bit of a trip to Stump Cross instead. So we're going to head down here, and then head right along the main road and go that way. A bit of a change. It's probably going to be the most horrendous traffic going, and it'll extend my journey time considerably. But hey, what can you do? Just I'm pointing in this direction now, so it kind of makes sense to keep on plugging away. So oh, thank you very much for that interesting manoeuvre. Good use of indicators. Audis, they don't put them on indicators on them nowadays. You know that. It's a bit of a cost-saving exercise. Don't use indicators. So oh, now hang on, I've got it. Yeah, it's a funny junction, this one. You've got to go wiggle across there to get where you want to go. It's a devil of a road to get across this as well. I say that and he just drives straight out like a boss. Oh, let's do that. Go, blood shark. So yes, work-wise it's been pretty busy. Again, I've just got quite a lot on. I did a little bit of roasting yesterday. Finally got on to doing some more roasting. And today I've got quite a lot to do because we've got two groups of people coming to look at the roasters. So one looking at the 5 prospective buying it, and then another group who have a 1 kilo and just want some guidance and training on using the 1 kilo. So that's pretty good. My local guy at the Loom Lounge, so last week we dropped off some stock there, and he's got his little roastery. He came Tuesday afternoon to pick a few bits and pieces up. Oh dear. And had a chat, and then off he went again. 4:45 on Tuesday, he rings back up again. I was moving the inspection lamp on the roaster, so there's like an adjustable light. And when you sample the coffee, you have like a bit like a spoon thing that you can pull out and look at the coffee beans to see what colour they are. Because a lot of coffee roasting is on the colour of the bean, how dark you're roasting the bean. So you have a little inspection lamp that just means you have the same consistent light to look at those beans. And yeah, he said it was just adjusting the position of that while it was roasting, and there was a bang at the base of the arm where it connects the roaster, and all the power went out in his entire shop, which wasn't great really. So I was like, right, okay, I tell you what, you're quite close, I'll throw my tools in the car and rush down now. So literally had to throw everything in the boot, all my Allen keys and spanners and bits and pieces and circuit tester, and rushed down there, and it was sat in darkness because it's in that old mill complex. All these little units they've built, they all have to feed into a main big power distribution point in the cellars, and they have it all fed up through there. So it actually blown the breaker for his shop in this big old cellar thing, and these are these big old ceramic breakers with the proper fuse wires in, so he'd had to call someone out to go and replace that for him. And so anyway, I dashed down and I grabbed my tools out the car, took off the sort of the control panel that has all the fuses and whatnot in, and then bit of a tight squeeze up here. So yeah, I had to open up the control panel, which has the fuse that trips in it. That tripped, but obviously the main problem was obviously the lamp. There must be I'm assuming, I won't know until I actually get it off, that the wires in that adjustable bit must have got frayed with movement, and it's just made a short between them that's tripped out. So anyway, went into the fuse box, disconnected, once I'd hunted down through all the wires for that particular lamp, disconnected them from the power, so they're isolated off, so it can't do any more damage, and then put it all back together, and thereby then the guy had put the power back on and we got him up and running again. So sorted that out for now. I've requested from the manufacturers a replacement lamp, and then I'll have to go and fit that for him when I get a chance. So I'm not quite sure when that will be yet. Obviously got to wait for it to turn up from Turkey first, but it's not too much of an issue. He's getting on fine without the lamp, and obviously now I've disconnected it, it's not a problem either, so that's kind of good. So yeah, that was a bit of a sudden surge of activity for me. Ooh, pardon me. So yeah, on the whole, it's all system go at work. And of course, it's been another very busy week for me on Steam. I seem to be gathering pace on there, hell to leather, to be honest. I'm kind of enjoying now, since I joined this group, the Alliance, it's kind of given me a bit more of a renewed purpose to what I'm doing, which is making it a lot easier, because I'm kind of more active in interacting with people than I was before. Sadly, I'm possibly neglecting a little bit of Paul Old Guy Photos, his work, because I'm so busy with everyone else's. So sorry, Paul. I will get back round to you at some point. It's just that I seem to be running around in circles like a mad thing at the moment, trying to keep up with all the posts on people, and then I'm trying to create my own posts as well. It's kind of an important thing. Last week's vlog post did very well. Sadly, since then, the value of Steam has dropped significantly. So I'd got it over $300 on last Saturday, the vlog, and Sunday. But now it's dipped back down again with the dip in price, because the rewards go up and down, obviously with the value of the actual Steam on the market. So it's kind of a bit sad that it's dropped that below that, because 300 was a new high for me for post rewards. But hey, what can you do? I must remember where I'm gonna have to park up somewhere for Mr. Nels's words of wisdom. I'm not really sure where to do that though. So the vlog did do very well. I didn't get to do any gaming last weekend. Obviously, I'm a bit busy with everything else. Could really do with grabbing some more gaming footage. Probably Star Wars Battlefront wise. Did put up a bit. Well, it was last week actually. The Amazing Frog did some footage of the two boys playing together, which annoyingly was silent again. Still need to work on this recording, the screen recording thing. Screen recording, no problem. Getting sound attached to it, that's a lot more difficult, it is. But we'll persevere and see how we get on, one way or the other. So we're not doing too bad down here today, but we've not actually got to the junction yet. So yesterday we had a bit more snow again. In fact, I've got another bit of footage I was going to upload last night but got distracted. So it'll perhaps be a job for tonight now, which is going to make tonight a lot of jobs, because I've got to do this and then upload those, because I want those for backing up, pardon me, the Steam It post. And we're doing fantastic actually. I normally say Stump Cross is a nightmare, and we're just sailing down. Couldn't be easier. There's barely a car here at the moment. It's only 9:10. It's not exactly like we're out of rush hour or anything. Let's just make sure. Don't want to get in his way. The bus is trying to go. Go on, bus. Go on, bussy. So, yeah, so I'll just have to think I might stop on the Cobbledy Lane. Next to, is it Dunelm? I think it's Dunelm. Might stop there to do Minister Nels's words of wisdom. It could be a good one. So, yeah, Steam It's just flying away. The posts, I'm pretty much banging them out, either left, right and centre. Obviously I did the vlog, went very well. I did the dash cam of the driving to Stoke, speeded up dash cam. That seemed to be quite popular. The nighttime speeded up dash cam seems to be works really well, and doing it as a GIF as well makes quite a nice little sort of flashy sequence. It's quite impressive. So that went well. I did a little bit on just a post on different tools. So that's just different sites you can go to and get more information about your account, what it's doing, its standing and things like that. And that was kind of a bit inspired because there's been a lot, and I mean significant amount of problems with specifically smaller accounts and newer accounts and accounts that haven't built up a lot of Steam power yet. So I imagine Bob and Gordon have probably been in the same sort of boat of experiencing this. The accounts could not post. They run out of Steam power. It's all to do with the bandwidth allocated to accounts. And basically, if there's not enough bandwidth for Steemit to function correctly, it starts blocking accounts from posting and commenting and doing anything until it can recover itself. And what it does is it starts at the bottom and works its way up. So the smallest and newest accounts and the ones with very little Steam power holding just get basically blocked until it recovers and can, start accepting more work again. So that sort of came to my attention on, was it Monday? I think it was, yeah, it was Monday. Someone had pointed out that their other half, funnily enough, had got the problem, just couldn't post at all, and sort of had a look at it, and it seemed there was quite a few members in my Team Gamma group of Alliance in the same sort of boat. So I kind of looked at that, and of course the trouble is, if you're just starting out and you're desperate to be posting and producing content and then trying to get rewards for it and grow yourself, if suddenly you just can't do anything, it's a bit of a downer, to be honest. Oh, that's a nasty bump on that BMW. So yeah, it was a shame. There's a lot of people who were just desperate. They got posts queued up and they just couldn't post them because there was no bandwidth for whatever there. So I went through and found all the ones that were low, and I delegated a little chunk of my own Steam power to them, because the amount they needed was really quite, they didn't need a lot to start functioning again, but they just did need that little bit. So I delegated a little bit of mine out to the few people who were really struggling, and that sort of got them back going, running again. So hopefully they'll then just be able to get on, and if they keep building up their Steam power, I can then recall back that delegation when I think that they're able to function happily on their own, and don't need that extra bit of support. So concentrate for a minute, sorry. So yeah, that was quite eventful, really. So I'm not entirely sure half of them have even worked out what I did. You'd have to spot that A, you'd got delegated Steam power all of a sudden, and B, you'd have to hunt through something like Steam D to see where it had popped up from. Much like when I got the delegation from Full-Time Geek, and I had no idea what was happening, and I basically had to sort of trail back through everything, and getting a bit warm in here now. And sort of figure out it'd come from him, and then try and figure out from his posts why I've got that delegation. So, excuse me, getting a bit thirsty. So yeah, that was giving a bit back, just like I was given to, I think, which is more than fair enough. I keep up with there's a guy who does posts. Basically, it's like the charts of all the people who got this delegation from Full-Time Geek, the so-called stewards of Gondor, are very grand, and does sort of charts of everyone who received it, and just basically what they're doing. So how many sort of posts they do, how many comments, how many upvotes. Oh, is that way? So I try and keep up with his blog anyway, but those are always quite interesting to see how everyone's done. I don't do as great as some, to be honest. You know, I'm giving out a heck of a lot of upvotes, to be fair, but some are doing even more crazy amounts. But recently, I've only recently started to realise that I can adjust the balance of the percentages of my upvote, so I can spread it further. And the thing is, that works okay because here he comes, ambulance. It works okay because I've built up a lot of steam power myself by buying in delegated steam power. So I've got getting on 900 of my own, but obviously I've given some of that out now. I had the 5,000 from Full Time Geek as an incentive to go and do good things for people, which I try and do many good things for many people. And then I've built up, I've got another 6,000 at the moment on leased delegated steam power. So you can basically buy 4-month slots of steam power through Minnow Booster. So I've been doing that, and it's kind of a rolling format because, of course, as I've built it up, like I think a bit dropped off the day before yesterday, and probably 1,000 will dip out, but I've got another 1,000 in. But it's such a competitive market. Everyone wants the delegated steam power because all the bots use that because that's how they get the massive upvote value. And obviously other people are realising that when you have a lot of steam power, you can get a lot more back, from your posts and also from sort of upvoting people's posts, the curation side, where you can earn in return for upvoting posts. So it's quite competitive. So I don't know how long I can hold up the amount I've got. I've got quite a lot at the moment, but it does just mean that I got a much greater upvote value. I mean, if I could fully recharge to 100% vote power, I'd probably be bordering on the $4 upvote amount. The issue I have is, oh, well, this is very fortunate, isn't it? Because let's just see if we can dive in this car park for a minute while that lorry's prattling about, and we'll do the vlog in the car park. Not the vlog, we're doing the vlog already. Get a grip, Roberts. Already time for me to go sleepy, boys, I think. So I'm not sure how long I can keep up that steam power. I'll have to keep an eye on it, but yeah, I'd like to increase the upvote I've got, the percentage, because I'm stuck now about 40% vote power, and pretty much that is never going to increase anymore because of the amount I'm upvoting, the number of people, and the amount of upvoting I'm doing. It just munches away at it all the time. As soon as it's going up, it's going back down again, and up and down. You know, it gets to recharge a bit when America's asleep mostly, because there's a large proportion of the people I'm upvoting are in America. So when they're snoozing, it gets a little bit of a recharge, but then they wake up and it just goes completely south again. So, but I don't suppose it matters. I just need to keep concentrating on building and building more and more delegated steam power to compensate for the fact I'm stuck on 40% vote power all the time. So let's do Mr. Nice's words of wisdom, and then I better get on and into work, get some useful things done. So Mr. Nellis says, things to talk about me on your vlog. Me as I saw my old friend called Aaron Dempsey at the Ivy House pub on Sunday the 14th of January. That's very precise, Sunday the 14th, there was a while back then. Old news, Richard. Richard was Victor Meldrew, as he wondered that it would have been under £15 to see Jumanji at the cinema, but it was £7 on Monday. £7 isn't bad actually, is it, for the cinemas nowadays? They are chronically expensive still. Also is being to Fairburnings Nature Reserve in Castleford as a Pennine Magpie walking trip on Tuesday. That sounds good, Nature Reserve. A bit of exercise. The death of IKEA founder Inga Kampard. And do you ever go to IKEA at Bristol? I do. Yeah, I try to avoid it, to be honest. I find it a bit of a nightmare. But yes, I've been many times to IKEA and purchased many things actually from it as well. I was interested to know one comment about his death. The IKEA founder, what was he called? Inge Kampard. So I think IKEA was part of his name in some way, but apparently originally he worked in a furniture shop, and what gave him the idea for IKEA and the flat pack was a customer had bought a table, and when they took it outside they had to take the legs off to get it in the customer's car so he could take it home. And he sort of thought, well, why do we have furniture assembled in the shop? Why don't we have it ready to take away so they can assemble it at home, sort of unassembling and reassembling? So there you are. That's interesting bit of information. That's how we came to think of that. So the killer whale learning to use human speech, and John Suchet on Classic FM said that it was a good soprano voice. Right. High School Musical coming to Square Chapel from the 21st to the 24th of February. And are you and your son interested? I don't know. Me, as I went to see Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs at YMCA in Halifax. Oh, that was pretty good, to be honest. Right, I think the truck has moved, so let us go and get pretty much to work, and then we can call it a day for this vlog. Oh, the sun! My goodness. Get a deck chair out and get a tan, I think. Oh, he's just kind of moved on a bit. Is that what he's done? It does get a bit busy on this cobbledy road. So that pretty much is it this week for my vlog. So look out for links for all my Steam It posts this week. Look out for this vlog on oh dear, very unfortunate. Look out for this vlog on Steam It. There's another lorry. It's like lorry day today. Oh yeah, next door having some loading doing for a change. So I can just sneak in behind here. So yes, look out for this vlog on Steam It. I will try yet again to make it a bit of a roaring success. I'm not sure. It'll probably be on Steam It Saturday, I would have thought. I'm doubting I'll have the chance tonight to get it all done, because I had yesterday's video because it was quite icy in the morning. So God, everyone wants me wing mirror, man. Give it up. Press that button and put them in. Keep them away. So yeah, it was quite icy, and I wanted to get that sort of footage, and I want to add that in as well. Do some GIFs out of that footage for the vlog post. Well, vlog post, the Steam It post. Oh, now I'm it's big something or other. I can't remember. I found a guy on DTube. Well, I think he found me first, and then I followed. Yeah, commented on one of my posts, for life in me now, I can't remember what it was. It's really frustrating. It's big something adventure, big adventure, some sort of big adventure. Anyway. Now, there's someone parking at my bottom now. I need to get in, work out the way from all these traffic people. Yeah, but big adventure or something like that. Yeah, really liked his vlogs. Apparently I'm in his one. I need to watch that as well. But yeah, and I think I don't know. I think he's in Romania or something. But he is English, but he's just obviously moved abroad or whatever. So, but he's interesting. I'll look out for him. So he'll be getting a link in my my vlog post. So yeah, good stuff. Okay, so have a good weekend. Next week. Have fun. Be excellent to each other, of course. And I'll catch you in next week's coffee vlog. Okay, see ya.